Let me quickly do a comparison of 4 Discover credit cards. So we're going to compare and contrast the Discover Cashback, the Discover Balance Transfer, the Discover Miles, and the Discover Chrome. Don't go anywhere. You're going to love today's conversation. I guarantee it. Welcome back, folks, to another edition of the Awesome Sweetie Kiwi Show. How are you today? I hope you're all doing fantastic. I'm doing marvelous, if you were to ask me. If you are doing as great as I am, go grab a cup of coffee or tea or vodka, and let's roll. In today's conversation, I want to compare and contrast 4 Discover credit cards. We have the Discover Cashback card, the Discover Balance Transfer card, the Discover Miles card, and the Discover Chrome card, okay? Let's first start with the Discover Cashback. When you think about this, this is Discover's flagship rewards card, okay? And you have the rewards rate that goes from 1 to 5%. There's no annual fee. You have if you are a new customer, you have access to the cashback match. This is really good. Regular APR, fantastic. 11.99% to 22.99% variable. And the recommended FICO score, 670 to 850, but you can be qualified for this card if you have a FICO as low as 570 if you have a relationship with Discover Bank, okay? And at the bottom line here is that you can use this card to earn cash back from your everyday purchases, okay? And the Discover Cashback credit card is a perfect low-risk way to get started. Not only does the card charge no annual fee, but it also gets you 5% back on up to $1,500 on rotating category purchases each quarter when you activate the bonus category. This is really important. Then it becomes 1%, as well as 1% cashback on all other purchases. This is really good, okay? And one thing I want to say here is that there are some pros and cons to this Discover Cashback card. The pros, you earn 5% cashback on up to $1,500 in purchases each quarter on rotating categories after you activate, then 1%. No annual fee, foreign transaction fees, penalty APR or fees on your first late payments, then up to $40. The Cashback Match program essentially doubles all cashback earned within the first year. Discover announces its entire 5% cashback calendar the previous year instead of a quarter ahead of time. You also have 15-month 0% intro purchase and balance transfer APR. This is really good for 15 months, okay? Then an incredibly low 11.99% to 22.99% variable APR. And this is really good. And Discover is really great for their customer service and so on and so forth. So they also have a remarkable accessible credit card in terms of the score required, 670 or 570, depending on the MPR. It's a really, really great. What about the cons? Rewards can be hit or miss depending on whether your spending aligns with the cycling categories. No opportunities to get more value from rewards by transferring them to other loyalty programs. And the rotating category rewards program requires quarterly activation and may be too complex for first-time rewards card holders. Okay, something that you need to keep in mind. But overall, this is a great card and that you can have in your wallet. Not a problem. Now let's talk about the Discover Balance Transfer. So as the name implies, this is a great balance transfer card, okay? And this is the most rewarding balance transfer card available in our view. You have 18 months, 0% intro APR, okay? You have rewards rate 1% to 5%, no annual fee. You also have a regular APR, same thing, 11.99 to 22.99% variable. And in terms of credit score, they want you to have 670 to 850. But again, if you have 550 and with a strong MPR with Discover Bank, and you also have, we have a good relationship with them, they could qualify you. And so one thing you need to think about is that this is one of the best balance transfer credit cards ever because it offers the same 18-month 0% intro balance transfer APR, okay, 11% to 22.99% in variable APR afterwards, and they offer the same card rather as several top transfer cards, but it still carries the same benefits you will find on any other Discover credit card. So you have a solid rewards program, a first-year cashback match bonus offer, you have stellar customer service, US-based, and some of the lowest rates and fees on the market, okay? Based on our research, very few balance transfer cards provide a welcome offer, let alone ongoing rewards. The Discover Rate Balance Transfer not only delivers both, but it happens to offer some of the best promotions in its class. So those are really great, okay? What are the pros and cons here? So this is one of the few cards that are designed specifically for balance transfers to offer rewards. All cashback earned within your first 12 months will be matched, essentially doubling your first year rewards. 18-month 0% intro balance transfer APR with an impressively low 11.99% to 22.99% rewards. APR variable afterwards. No annual fee, foreign transaction fee, penalty APR or fee on your first late payments. Okay, so again, for the cons, we are talking about the rotating category rewards. This requires tracking quarterly. That's the only thing, and you also have barebone features outside rewards. Okay, and so the rewards rate, how you will earn 5% cashback on each dollar you spend on purchases that fall within your 5% rotating categories, and all other purchases will earn 1% cashback. Okay, remember that. You have to activate your bonus categories each quarter and stay within your bonus categories. This is important, okay? $1,500 quarterly spending limits in order to earn 5%. So you need to know that. But overall, this is a great card that we love. Let me talk to you about the Discover Rate Miles. This is a great card if you're looking for the like travel rewards, a travel card, okay? And this is the best first year miles bonus in our view. The rewards rate 1.5x. No annual fee. You have an intro offer, a Discover match, and regular APR same range 11.99% to 22.99% variable. Credit score here 670 to 850, but with 570, if you have a strong MPR with them, you could qualify. Okay, so the Discover Rate Miles credit card stands apart from every other Discover card as the only travel card in this issuer's portfolio. Yet it still works remarkably similar to its cashback siblings. Okay, instead of using your miles to book travel, you can redeem them for a statement credit that cover a wide variety of travel purchases. And so this approach to travel miles already makes Discover It Miles a solid, low-cost card if you're looking to dip your toes into travel rewards. But what gives it an edge over rival cards is a 1-to-1 value for all redemption options, including cashback. So rewards programs like this makes it a fantastic option if your future travel plans are uncertain and you want a backup plan for your rewards. And based on our analysis, the Discover Miles is kind of cool. It has its pros and cons. Let's look at them. Pros: no annual fee. You have unlimited flat rate miles that have remarkable redemption flexibility for travel purchases, and miles can also be redeemed for cashback at 1-to-1 rate. What about the cons? No travel benefits or other standard card perks. Reward miles cannot be transferred or used to book travel, and the Discover credit card network has fewer international acceptance partners and perks compared to Visa and MasterCard. Something that you need to think about, especially if you're traveling overseas. If you're traveling overseas, yeah, you need to think about that. And let's take a deeper look into the card and the current offer. So the rewards rate 1.5, unlimited 1.5x miles on all purchases. Welcome offer. All miles earned within the first 12 months will be matched. There's no annual fee. There is a purchase intro APR, 0% intro for 14 months. A balance transfer intro APR that goes from 11% to 23%, okay? And balance transfer intro APR is 10.99% intro for 14 months from the date of the first transfer. And the regular APR goes from 12% to 23%, okay? And how much are the miles worth? Well, Discover miles are always worth 1 cent a piece across all redemption options. Something you need to really be mindful of, okay? And everything else is great with this card. Customer service is fantastic, and that's it. Let's talk about the Discover Rate Chrome, folks. We are still having a compare and contrast among four Discover cards. So the Discover Rate Chrome is great for its first year bonus, okay? And the rewards rate here 1 to 2%, no annual fee. You have a cashback match as an intro offer, and the regular APR again the 12% to 23%. Okay, and one thing you need to understand is that this card gives you the opportunity to earn cashback on some of the biggest everyday expenses. So I'm speaking about dining, gas, restaurants, and its introductory APR offers. They offer like a 0% intro APR. This is really great for 12 months. Okay, no, for 15 months rather, 15 months. Okay, and one thing you will need to know is that those are on purchases and balance transfers, and after that it's $11.99 to $22.99. Another benefit here: no annual fee, no foreign transaction fee, no penalty APR, and your first late payment fee is waived up to $40 afterwards. And all cashback earned in your first 12 months will be matched. So we love that. This is the cashback match program at Discover. Wonderful. And what about the drawbacks here? Not as many perks as some of its competitors. The 2% cashback categories, gas stations, and restaurants are limited to $1,000 in combined purchases each quarter, then reverse to 1%. And this requires at least good credit to qualify, and better options are available with that score. So I'm just trying to explain that part because it's very important. Let's take a deeper look into the current card offer. So the rewards rate, you have 2% cashback at gas stations and restaurants on up to $1,000 in combined purchases each quarter. Then it becomes 1%. Okay, and you have plus 1% on all other purchases. And you need to also know that all cashback earned within the first 12 months will be matched. This is really good. And one thing I also want to say quickly here is that the cashback works by earning 1 cent for each percentage point of your cashback rate. So for example, your 2% cashback categories will net you 2 cents per dollar spent on each purchase. Okay, very simple as that. In terms of customer service, great customer service. We really don't have nothing to say here. Discover is constantly innovating when it comes to credit cards, when it comes to the rewards, when it comes to the perks, when it comes to the service they offer their card holders. So wonderful. All credit card from Discover have security encryption, data encryption. You have fraud alerts. And they even have they give you access to the Discovered credit score monitoring program. This is really cool. I'll be right back right after this. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, folks. We are still having a conversation about Discover credit cards, and we are comparing and contrasting all 4 Discover credit cards. And I want to say that in general, here is general advice you need. And this is coming from Discover itself on how to get approved for their credit cards. Okay. Step 1, before you apply for a Discover credit card, make sure that you check your credit to make sure that your credit is basically fine. Remember that your credit score has 5 components, right? Your payment history, that accounts for 35%, the amounts owed 30%, the length of credit history 15%, the credit mix 10%, and if you have new credit, that's 10%. So it's important to understand the components of your credit score so that you can manage them, you can increase them if you want to. Obviously, you can see that the first 2 accounts for nearly 2/3 of your credit score. Think about it, 2/3. So if you add up the payment history to the amounts owed, those 2 factors account for 65%, which is really close to 66%. Okay, and trying to really check your credit report occasionally to make sure that again you have the right score, the right data. Okay, reduce your debts. It's important. Be ready to prove you can make payments. It's important, and you need to understand terms and conditions. That's the first step. The second step is you need to ask yourself, what kind of Discover credit card do you need? Do you need a student card? Do you need a rewards card? Do you need a secure card? Do you need an unsecured card? At the end of the day, it's important to choose a card that matches your needs. It's important, okay? Step number 3, you also need to pay attention to the how to get a credit card application online. You can apply with Discover. It's just a lot better to apply online. That's really better. You don't have to waste time. You get your card ASAP. This is very important. And you have to provide your full name, social security number, your birthday, your current address, and how long you have lived there, your email address, and your annual income, your current employer, and how long you have worked there. It's important also. And for Discover, it takes about 3 to 7 business days to be approved. Okay, and remember that not all approvals are instant. Okay, in some cases they might need to run a manual check. If you apply online and get approved right away, this is because an algorithm has found matches in terms of your data versus the criteria that were inputted in the algorithm. If not, they will need to send you to a human, and you'll need to have the underwriting process that will kick off, and you'll be approved. Okay. Before I go further, please check out this video. It talks to you about our credit card evaluation approach. We do have a rigorous method here when it comes to listing, reviewing, and categorizing credit cards. All right, now let's talk about decision. Here is the decision tab, folks. So discover cashback, discover balance transfer, discover miles, or discover Chrome. Which one to choose? Big decision time here. It depends, folks. It depends on your history with Discover. First of all, it depends, like, how long have you had Discover? Are you a newbie, or you've been there for a while? I mean, you've been with Discover for 20 years, 15 years. Some of us have been with Discover forever, like 22 years, and so it's important to think about that. So this is what is your FICO score? What is your current FICO score? This is important to pay attention to it as well. I was telling you earlier the importance of all the 5 factors, but most importantly, the 2 factors in having the right credit score. So your payment history and your credit utilization ratio. Okay, think about your current card if possible. Do you currently have a card with Discover? Do you have 1 card, 2 cards? The thing is, if you already have 2 cards with Discover, you may not qualify for a 3rd one, because Discover, at the end of the day, they are a lender. They are a credit card issuer. They're a lender, and they're trying to cover their ass. They're trying to limit their exposure to a single applicant. Okay, unless your income justifies such exposure. And think about your financial situation, your household's budget. This is going to play an important role. Okay, if you're single, think about your budget. If you live with, if you have a partner, if you have a spouse, then you want to think. If you have children, you want to think about how your expenses will fit into a Discover credit card. For example, are you looking for gas purchases? Are you trying to save money on your gas purchases? Are you trying to save cash on grocery shopping, on dining, right? Obviously, if you dine by yourself versus you dining in a family, the bill is not the same, right? So you want to think about spending categories. And are you looking for a low APR card? And do you have the credit to request such a low APR card? Okay, and are you looking for cashback? What kind of perks are you looking for? Are you looking for cashback? Are you looking for rewards? Are you looking for miles? So those are questions that should help you determine whether or not you should go with the Discovery Cashback, or the Discovery Balance Transfer Card, or the Discovery Miles Card, or the Discovery Chrome Card. Our pick in today's conversation, after analyzing Discovery Cashback, Discovery Balance Transfer, Discovery Miles, and Discovery Chrome, our pick is Discovery Cashback. We have assigned a score of 9.5 over 10 to that card, and we have rated Discovery Balance Transfer 9 over 10, Discovery Chrome 8.5 over 10, and the Discovery Miles 8 over 10. Thank you so much for your attention, folks. I really appreciate it. I'll see you next time, but until then, remember, stay marvelous.